Hey, I'm Tyler Gibson, and I'm going to tell you the truth about being a real estate agent. In the first full calendar year of being a real estate agent, I had 12 sales that totaled about $3.5 million in sales volume. I don't remember the exact commission, but it was somewhere in the vicinity of around 2.5% on average. So if you do the math, which I'll need a calculator, it's about $87,000 and change. Most people in the industry know and say that you're probably not going to make very many sales in the first 6 to 12 months that you're in the industry. And the numbers don't lie, that is the case. The average real estate agent does 1 to 2 sales in the first year that they're in business. It really boils down to how many activities you're doing on a daily basis to generate your next lead, your next opportunity. Because there is some truth to the fact that it may take you 6 to 12 months to get your first sale, one of the things that I personally suggest to people, because it's what I did, is to start doing real estate part-time. There are many activities that you can do that'll generate your first sale that you can do after you get off of your job or on the weekends. This will give you the ability to maintain the income you need in order to survive while you work on the income you want to earn. Many people in the real estate industry will tell you that as a new agent, you're likely not going to be able to get your first sale until you're 6 to 12 months into the business. This is especially true when you are a solo agent or a solo entrepreneur. But when you join a team, that time frame can be compressed significantly because a team leader can give you the exact things you need to be doing on a daily basis in order to start gaining the momentum necessary that's going to get you that first sale. The National Association of Realtors say that 87% of solo real estate agents quit the industry within the first 2 years. However, when you look at the statistics related to people that join a team with the industry in the first 2 years, that actually improves by 50%. And the failure rate is only 37% for people that join a team. So when you're starting to get into the business, you want to look for a place where you can get plugged in and get going right away. When I first started, I had one person that I knew that was in the industry. She was my real estate agent. She had helped me buy my first house, helped me sell that house, buy my second house. So guess what? When I got my license and I went to join a brokerage, I joined hers. Now, I was still doing it part-time, and so I didn't really have time to go into the office, go to the daily trainings, go out to all the trainings that a lot of title companies and mortgage companies offer. So it was really stifling for me to try to get my business going because I didn't really know what to do or have the time to go learn. One of the benefits of having that mentor was when I did finally get my first client and I was ready to write that first offer, I had somebody I could call that would at least check my work and make sure that I had done it correctly. For people that get into the industry and join a team, the benefits are that somebody's going to tell you what you need to be doing on a daily basis and how much of it in order to get the results that you're looking for. That was something I didn't have, which is part of the reason why it took me so long to get that very first client. I got licensed in October of 2019, and it took me 6 months before I got my first paycheck in real estate. It took me almost 4 months just to start having conversations with people that had an interest in buying or selling. After I got that first sale, I knew what I was doing. I at least now had the experience of what I had done that I could carry with me into my future conversations. It gave me the confidence to tell people I knew what I was doing and they believed it. Not only that, but I had developed a lead generation strategy that I liked doing, and I knew it was something that I could do on a daily basis, which would give me an opportunity to have more and more conversations. And that's how I was able to take 6 months to get my first deal and get my second deal in only 3. My first sale was a little unique. It was a young couple looking to move to the Orlando area, but they thought more like investors than regular homeowners. They wanted a house that was big enough they could actually rent out the bedrooms to other people. So my sale was a little bit different. I didn't meet them for the first time until they were already under contract, standing in front of the home for the home inspection. I had little knowledge about how to really go through this process, but I had purchased property myself personally in the past, which gave me some confidence to at least be able to speak to the process in some capacity. And then I had mentors I could lean back on to get my questions answered for all the questions that they asked me I didn't know. Sometimes people ask me, is it better to go the tried and true methods of lead generation in real estate, or is it better to go think outside of the box? And depending on who you ask, you'll get wildly different answers. Generally speaking, I would say following the regular rule of thumb is probably the safest bet, especially if you're going into it full time and you're part of a team and they give you the systems, processes, and tools in order to carry out those things. My story was a little bit different. I was only doing it part-time. I didn't really have any friends or family here in the area, so I had to get a little bit creative. I was already a real estate investor and knew a little bit about that world. I had been active in an online forum, and because of that, I was able to start to talk to different kinds of buyers in my marketplace. Investor buyers, or people that thought like investors. And so I devised my business to go a very different route. But it was partially because I had a unique value as I was an investor that I could offer to other investors. And I had a different perspective on real estate in general, which meant that my perfect client was a little bit different than everybody else that's looking to just buy or sell a home. Now, as my business has progressed, we do more and more of that residential service, but investors, I think, is the cornerstone of my business, and it should be for you. If you're looking to figure out what's going to be my unique selling proposition, or what will attract people to me to do business with me, and honestly, the answer is you. What do you love? What are you passionate about? Talking about these things and finding ways to meet with people around these hobbies or loves that you have is a really powerful way to build relationship with people and get to know them. The more and more you ask them about who they are, what they are up to, what they like to do, eventually they're gonna ask you the same questions. And that's an opportunity where you can talk about being a real estate agent and how you love helping people, but they've bonded with you and they like you because of another activity. Now you need to demonstrate your knowledge and expertise to them so that they'll use you for that upcoming buy or sell that they have in their life. If you're just starting out in real estate, it's important that you start to establish an online presence. Building an online footprint will build long-term sustainability in your real estate business, but it's not going to be terribly profitable in the early going. So dedicate a little bit of time each week to post to your social media or update your Twitter, or I don't know, all the different things, but don't skip out on getting face-to-face with people. Your personal interactions, your ability to have more and more conversations with people about real estate will have a direct impact on your net revenue. There's a lot of talk in the industry about using artificial intelligence to supplement your business and to help it grow like gangbusters. We use some AI tools, primarily ChatGPT, to help us craft specific types of messaging, but it's not something that you can rely on. And it's another thing that you have to spend time learning. These are tools that you may want to invest time in as you have it, but don't spend all your time focusing on tools. You have to get out and talk to people. I love the opportunity to go out, meet people, have new experiences, and build. It's one of the things that I love to do is build relationships and help and serve people. So I get up in the morning looking to see who I can help, who I can serve, and who else I can help build either wealth or financial security. I'm gonna be honest, if you like having paid sick time and paid time off, if you lack self-discipline to do the things that you know that are good for you, or you're extremely introverted, this probably isn't the best career for you.
Things that are not so great about Orlando. Well, Orlando's actually a very family-friendly town, and that's great for most people. But if you're a young professional, Orlando may not be the ideal city to move to.